You might be noticing a recent theme in my videos called How Long Can Rachel Go Without Getting a Haircut? Hi guys, it's Rachel and today we are doing some DIY pinatas. These are so cute. Oh my gosh, I love how they came out. I definitely went crazy on the pinata ideas because I started coming up with them in brainstorming, and then my brainstorming session got a little bit out of hand, as you can see. But honestly, they're so cute and I'm totally not complaining. My room is going to be so cute now. The cool thing is that you only need like a cereal box, some tissue paper, some regular paper, and some glue, and that's basically it. So it's definitely an inexpensive DIY that turns out so cool in the end. Which one is your favorite? I feel like my favorite is the hamburger. I don't know why, because I'm not even like a big hamburger person. I'm more of like an ice cream person than a hamburger person, but this guy is so cute. How could you not love him? I wish I had a locker now so I could hang these up in my locker, but then there'd probably be more pinatas than books. I don't know what that says about me. Anyways though, we're a little off topic now. These guys are super cute and they're kind of inspired by the fact that Urban Outfitters now sells mini pinatas. I thought they were adorable, but I also thought that we could DIY them, and sure enough, we can. So without further ado, let's go make some cute stuff. First off, you're going to need these patterns, and I'll have them linked in the description box below. I've got a whole bunch of options for you guys though, and they're all super fun. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut these out. So you've got a watermelon, a taco, an ice cream cone, a donut, a piece of candy, and a hamburger, all part of a balanced diet. And you're also going to need a ton of cardboard boxes. I basically just raided our recycling bins and found all of these, but use whatever you have on hand. And then I'm just going to cut these apart. I find that cereal boxes are the perfect thickness. They're thin enough so that it's easy to cut, but they're thick enough to hold up to our pinata shapeness. I don't know. Anyway, just trace your hamburger now. And you want to keep those edges pretty round. It's going to make it a lot easier to form the pinata that way. And I'm just going to cut this out. Pretty simple. And you guessed it, you're going to need 2 of these. I like to trace the cardboard cutout instead of the pattern for the second one, just to make sure they're the same size. Only thing worth mentioning here is these scissors that are amazing. These are the Tim Holtz scissors and I'll link them down below, but they cut through the cardboard like butter and they are great for this. You don't really need these for cutting cardboard, it's just in case you're going to make 6 pinatas like I did today. Alright, so we are in the home stretch here, and that's perfect. Now you have your 2 cardboard cutouts. The last little cutout you're going to need is your cardboard strips. You just want to make these 1.5 inches in width, and the amazing thing is that these Trader Joe's cereal boxes are exactly 7.5 inches across, so that you can get 5 perfect strips, and it was just so satisfying to me. I don't know if that kind of thing is that exciting, but look at that! It's exactly 5 strips! Alright, well, just cut out your cardboard now. And now you are ready to put it all together. You're gonna grab some packing tape here. You can also use masking tape, and you're just gonna add on some small pieces. Once you finish that, go ahead and start sticking on your cardboard strip. And you can see adding it in the small pieces makes it really easy to bend the cardboard and just form it to that hamburger shape. And inevitably, unless you have a super big cereal box, you're gonna need a second cardboard strip, but that's no biggie, just keep going. Here we don't have any big corners, but if you did have a sharp corner or something, you just bend the cardboard. And if you happen to run out of cardboard at the end, don't sweat it, just add a little piece of tape there on both sides just to make sure you have that place sealed off. And now we're going to add on the top piece too. For the top piece, you really want to go 1 piece of tape at a time, otherwise the ring of tape makes it really tricky to add on that top cardboard bit. Alright, now we've got our shell of a hamburger here. Not looking like too much yet, but we'll get to that. And now let's talk about our tissue paper. Here I got a variety pack from Target. This is only like $5 too, which is amazing. And you're also going to need some gold tissue paper as kind of like our tan shade. So I'm going to grab my gold tissue paper now and just cut this into about 1-inch strips. It really helps to fold the tissue paper in half just to make sure you can cut lots of tissue at once. And then to get that fringe effect, just fold your tissue paper in half a bunch of times and then grab your scissors and just make little snips. You don't want to cut all the way through, just enough so it gets nice and fringy. Then just repeat for all of your different strips. I know this seems kind of tedious, but just flip on your TV to your favorite show, and then once you get the hang of it, it goes a lot faster. Before we fringe, we just have one more thing to do. You just want to cut apart your hamburger pattern. Then you're going to take the bottom piece of your hamburger and just kind of outline the bottom shape. And repeat for the top bun as well. This is going to be your guide so you know where to stop and start your fringing. Now just grab some glue and just apply it on the bottom part of the burger. And now we can finally fringe. So you're just going to lay your fringe on the bottom part of the burger and then press it down. Then snip off the excess and repeat. This part actually goes pretty fast. I think the longest part is cutting all the fringe, but then once it's cut, you can honestly just crank this out pretty quickly. Now you're going to need your hamburger pieces. Here I just have some construction paper. And we're going to cut out the hamburger patty first. I just folded back the cheese so we can just get the hamburger patty. And once you've outlined it, go ahead and cut it out. Then you'll also want your cheese piece. And repeat for your tomato and your lettuce. Looking cute already. And then you can probably guess what's coming next. You're just gonna go ahead and glue these down. You might be thinking, isn't this kind of a long process? I would say that it does take a little bit of time to make a piñata, but at the same time I did make 6 for this video, and I actually wasn't bored of making piñatas by the end of it. I don't know if that means I just like making piñatas, or if it's just not that long, but really, they're a lot of fun to make, so just think of it as a fun DIY afternoon. Or, in my case, middle of the night, because I stayed up making these piñatas. Just for you guys. Last thing to mention is that I like to do 2 layers of tissue paper at the top there, just to make sure it's nice and opaque. Then you're just going to give your hamburger a little haircut. That is a weird sentence. And we could just stop here, but this is Kawaii Sweet World after all, so we're gonna make this a cute hamburger. And I'm just gonna add on those details using construction paper. And then finally, we're just going to fringe these sides of our piñata. I know you thought you were done with the fringing, but there is just a little bit more to go. And for the very bottom of the piñata, I just honestly glued some tissue paper there, because really no one's gonna look at the bottom, so give yourself a break. Alright, break's over. Now just finish off your fringing. And for the very last step of our piñata, go ahead and flip it over. And we're just gonna tape some string to the back of it, just so you can hang it up in your room, or your locker, or your friend's locker, or your party, or whatever requires a hamburger piñata in your life. And look how cute these are, oh my gosh. Let me just talk about some of the other piñatas real quick. For the ice cream cone, only thing to mention is that you will have to add some little snippets there just to give it that kind of rounded ice cream shape. But the rest of it is pretty standard, you're just fringing and cutting out your piñata as usual. It's super cute though, and can you believe we made these from a cereal box? So cool. For the taco, you're gonna add lettuce on the very top kind of width part of the piñata. And then just glue on your toppings. The rest of it is pretty standard again, just glue on a cute face and that's it. Our piece of candy has some little ruffles on the side, and to make those you're just gonna grab some tissue paper and then accordion fold it back and forth. Then you wanna cut it in half and get it to the right size for your candy. I made these pieces about 4.5 inches in length. And now we're just going to tape these onto the back. Start off by opening up that middle section, and then kind of ruffle it outwards. Then you can go ahead and tape it down. It's not going to be perfectly flat, but it's nothing you can't work with. And repeat for your second one as well, again opening up that middle section and taping it down. Super cute. Then I'm just going to tie some ribbon on the sides just to make it look even more like a little piece of candy. And then I'm going to add on the little cute face as usual. The rest of the piñatas are really simple too. The donut is a totally standard one. I'm just adding on more construction paper. And same for the watermelon. And that's all there is to it to your adorable piñatas. Let me know in the comments below if you've got more questions. Alright guys, all of our piñatas are finished now and these all look so adorable. This might just be like the cutest setup that I've ever had. And I really hope you guys are enjoying this DIY. I really want to do more DIY videos. I know I said that in the past, but then I kind of stopped for a little bit because I had so many food ideas. But now I definitely want to get back into DIYs again. And let me know in the comments below if there's anything specific that you want me to DIY. Anyways though, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already because I post 2 new videos every week. You can also follow me on social media if you like to, and then check out my website over at kawaiisweetworld.com for the full supply list and the patterns for these guys and all that helpful stuff. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you guys all very soon. Bye guys!